Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. So now let's talk about silver's price forecast for 2023 and even more interestingly, 2024. InvestingHaven.com is extremely bullish, saying that they see a test of $48 soon after, not later than 2024. Now, if silver does hit that $50 target level, that resistance level that's been in place since 1980 when the Hunt brothers cornered the market, it could explode. I mean, skyrocket if it broke past $50, and it would. And that's because we're talking about decades and decades of resistance. Because remember, $50 in 1980 with the Hunt brothers, and then 2011, it was also $50, well, like $49. So if we broke past 50, there would be an explosion. Now, also, even more coincidentally, I always talk about triple digit silver coming in the year 2025, 2026. And as they're saying, it would probably be around 2024, 2025. Some people say a lot sooner. I try to be a realist. I don't want to give anyone false hope or an unrealistic expectation. You know what they say? Expectations are resentments waiting to happen. Regardless, though, even more importantly, just understanding that silver's not about to explode tomorrow, not next week, not next month, is very, very important. Because if you're someone that is watching all these silver pumping channels and silver's about to explode tomorrow, it makes you impulsively buy silver, very rushed, and it leads to a lot of bad decision making. When I first started in 2014, 2015, I was watching videos. Silver's going to explode tomorrow. Hurry up, hurry up. And I was buying. I was spending like 75% of my paycheck because I'm like, oh, next month I'm not going to be able to buy silver at this price. Not even next week. It's about to explode. And that's a very dangerous mindset to have when investing. And I want you guys to realistically understand that no, it's not going to explode tomorrow. This isn't cryptocurrency. And if it did explode tomorrow, that would not last because that's extreme overbought territory, and it would correct back down to before where it started if there's no price stability. Right? It has to build its way up if it wants to stay at these prices. That's why silver didn't stay at $50 in 1980. That's why Bitcoin didn't stay at $18,000 when it shot from like 1,200 to 18,000 in a couple of months, because there's no price stability. So anyways, now that we got that out the way, let's look at this forecast. Now also remember, take a forecast with a grain of salt because we cannot predict anything. A wrench could get thrown in and flip the entire script. We don't have a crystal ball. So if you like this video, then please like the video. The link to this article will be in the description. Let me know in the comment section what you think silver's price is going to do by the year 2024, 2025. Are you as bullish as I am, saying it could hit triple digit silver by the end of 2025? Or are you someone that's more bearish? Let me know. Regardless, even if silver was bearish, it's still a good investment because you're putting your money into something that holds its value. Silver is real money. Gold is real money. So even if silver was going to stay $25, you're putting fake money into real money. That's not the case, but I'm just saying that it's not about getting rich. Silver is what makes you rich, wealthy. So the price of silver will move to our first bullish target of $34.70 in 2023. We see a test of $48 soon after, not later than 2024. So silver will move higher in 2023 because, and this is the important part, because we expect a top to be set in the US dollar. Moreover, leading indicators like inflation expectations and certainly the COT positions in the silver market are strongly bullish for 2023. That's why our silver price forecast for 2023 is $34.70. And a lot of times they're very they're very minimal on and shallow on their forecast, so they're probably thinking it's going to be a lot higher than $34.70. It's funny they use exact to the penny. They even say the 70-cent part, very specific. But regardless, you know, if what they're saying happens, then yes, it could and would hit $34. But you got to remember, When's the last time silver was $34.70? Back in 2011, when silver was on the way up to 50. So if you have this snowball effect of silver breaks past $30, right, the Wall Street silver movement high breaks past that, all of a sudden more buyers are coming in, plus you have X, Y, and Z on top of that type of movement in the investment sector, plus the industrial sector. By then, with the silver shortage, it could be a lot higher, a lot faster. Now note that this is our first bullish target, also a long-standing target that we expect to be hit in 2022. Once silver trades near $36, it will be a matter of time until it will attack the all-time high. And that's what I was just mentioning. When it breaks above 36 or even that price range, it's going to be on its way up to 50 very shortly after, because last time it was 36 is when it went up to 50. We haven't seen $36 silver since 2011 when it hit 50. And since then, it's only been around 30, not above that. So in our gold forecast 2023, we mentioned that our preference goes to silver investments in 2023 and beyond. We also tipped silver as the precious metal to buy for 2023. Now, that's a no-brainer. I mean, my name is Silver Slayer, not Gold Slayer, for a reason. I like how they say 2023 and beyond, because even after 2023, silver makes the most sense for a return. Now, both gold and silver are great investments, great ways to put your money in what I like to say a time capsule. It's like preserving your wealth. It's a hedge against inflation, with a lot of potential to grow in price naturally or unnaturally. But gold kind of just sits around. I couldn't see gold exploding the rate that silver does when you looked at why silver is going to explode. So we want to reiterate our bullish stance about the silver market. Our silver price targets for 2022 were not met, not yet, although the market came very close to our first bullish target. Our silver price targets stand strong. The fact that they are not in 2022 means that they are postponed to 2023. Not necessarily, but yeah, that definitely could be. Silver lags behind gold. What gold does, silver always does. It follows suit. It just takes a little longer. Now, I must also say that their price targets could be, they could have been right, just not in the sense they thought. What I mean by that is this. Take spot price out of the equation. What price do you have to pay for an ounce of silver? If it's nowhere near spot price, is that the price of silver? Right? Because they're incorporating all these reasons why silver would be, let's say, $40. Spot price isn't $40, but to buy an ounce of silver, it is $40 because premiums nowadays. So to buy the physical metal, they might have not been wrong in their prediction. They're just looking at it from spot price, which is irrelevant because spot price is manipulated. A fifth JP Morgan precious metal trader convicted in U.S. spoofing case. Spoofing is price manipulation, manipulating the gold and silver futures markets to profit. So if we know that silver's manipulated, then maybe they were right. It's just they're looking at it from the wrong perspective because you can't manipulate premiums. A silver price prediction, why? What we are really interested in is catching the next really big move in silver that might bring it back to $50 or even higher. That's the reason why silver has a spot in our watch list. We write about silver in both the public domain but also in our premium services. Silver has a track record of running very hard and very fast in both directions. And yes, it's a very, very volatile metal, and that's because it's so small. Compared to gold, silver is a very, very small market. That's why it's more volatile. That's why people call it the devil's metal, because it can hit extreme highs but also extreme lows very fast. You can lose a lot of money investing into silver if you're not in it for the right reasons or if you're investing emotionally. And like they say, yes, it's a very good reason why silver is called the restless metal. High highs and low lows. Silver came very close to a spectacular breakout or a secular breakout in 2022. However, the breakout was stopped by cold, very aggressive monetary policy interventions in the second quarter of 2022. And once the wave of monetary policy interventions will be over, which we ultimately expect as 2023 kicks off, we see the US dollar to come down. This will make silver an explosive market. And that's inevitable, right? And that's what people aren't realizing. The US dollar and precious metals have a direct correlation or direct negative correlation. When the dollar index is high, gold and silver is low. When the dollar index is low, gold and silver is high. Well, if we know that the dollar is inevitably collapsing, then what does that tell us? That gold and silver will go higher as the dollar gets weaker. I mean, that itself should be a good enough reason to invest into precious metals beyond anything else, because anything else that's pegged to the dollar is going to go down with it. It's like switching seats on the Titanic. So here's the 4 leading indicators for our silver price prediction. So 1, the price of gold. Yes. 2, the euro, inversely correlated with the dollar. 3, inflation expectations. And 4, the futures market position. See, they're talking about all this for silver extremely, or silver taking off, and haven't even brought up the silver shortage, haven't even brought up the supply deficit, the fundamentals, which would also push silver to the moon. It's crazy. They believe all these leading indicators will turn silver bullish in 2023. And then I'm talking about triple-digit silver by the year 2025, 2026, because that's when we'll be deep enough into this new green era, this new era where we need solar panels and EVs, and how much silver is used and all that stuff, and how, in the lack thereof, which would push silver higher. Low supply, high demand pushes the price up. So incorporate these bullish indicators that they're only talking about, and then incorporate the shortage. It's insane to think how much opportunity and potential silver has. So anyways, yeah, let's keep, okay, so they keep going on. So let's look at this. We turn to the silver charts to support our silver price forecast for 2023. As seen on the longest time frame, the silver price chart over the 50 years, there's a giant cup and handle in the making. This is a strongly bullish pattern, one that might take 2 or more years to truly explode. The area in the green is the handle. It took some 6 years to create the first part of the structure. The consolidation has taken some 3 years now. We find it challenging to estimate the exact time required for this formation to complete. Remember, let me say something else. Do you know the average price of silver for the last decade has been $15? $15. See, when I started buying silver for $15, $16, that was normal. So I'm desensitized to low prices. So when you look at silver at $23, that's still pretty high in my mind, because I started when it was so low. But let's say someone started at $30 during the Wall Street silver movement. They're desensitized to $30. So when they see this price, they think silver's very low. You see how just from when you entered the market could determine if you think silver's price is high or low? Throw all that away. It's irrelevant. Whether your opinion of silver's price is high or low is irrelevant, because that means you're basing it off of just what you think. And when you're looking at silver from from a dollar point of view, especially, you're not understanding the whole picture, right? There's a much bigger picture. So we can reasonably expect silver to move to the top of this formation between $32 to $36 in the second half of 2023. And they say the silver charts that support our forecast. Start with the weekly gold to silver ratio over the last 50 years. The gold to silver ratio says that silver is screaming buy. The gold to silver ratio over 50 years. Take a look at the green line. Any time in history, silver achieved a 92-to-1 ratio when compared to the price of gold. It started in an epic turnaround. In some cases, it took a few years. In other cases, a few months for silver to become explosive. And that's the gold to silver ratio chart in the past 50 years. So that is pretty important to look at. And in March of 2020, we saw the ratio at 125 to 1. Just understand 125 to 1. We'll be reading about that in history books in March of 2020. That's also when silver was like $11. Silver was $11. Yeah, in March of 2020, silver was down to $11, and I was telling everyone to buy, buy, buy. But you know what most people did? They sold, or they didn't touch it with the 10-foot broomstick. And that's because when silver's price is low, nobody believes in it. When it's high, when silver's $50, everyone's going to be buying it. Your mom, dad, grandma, the squirrel in your backyard, your kids, teacher at school. And that's because they have that confirmation that yes, it can go high. Just like most people bought Bitcoin at $60,000, but when it was $1,500, when I was telling everyone to buy it back in 2016, nobody wanted to buy it. You know how many people call me crazy for saying buy Bitcoin at 1,500, but I bet those same people were buying it at 60,000 because there's validation that it's going up. That's too late. You got to get in before the curve. When most people are buying, you should be selling. When most people are selling, you should be buying. That's just that's the reality of it. Regardless, though, this is a good point, though, using the gold to silver ratio. And the gold to silver ratio is a great tool to see whether gold or silver is the better choice at that point in time. The higher it is means that gold's outperforming silver. The lower it is means silver's outperforming gold. When it was 125 to 1, silver was around $11. But now the gold to silver ratio is going back downwards, meaning that silver's been outperforming gold, which it has been. So anyways, yeah, there's more to this. This is a pretty long article. If you wanted to check out, oh, they even do talk about the shortage. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, this just got a little more interesting. They did incorporate what I'm talking about in here. But yeah, anyways, if you wanted to check out this article, the link is in the description. I post daily videos. We'll be doing a lot of stuff over the next couple of weeks. I mean, forever, but we're really going to be pushing some really fun content, live streams, giveaways, all types of stuff. So make sure that you stay tuned. Remember, if you liked the video, then please like this video. Let me know what your forecast is by the end of 2024. Make sure you subscribe because we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you all enough. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.